Namaste and welcome to New India Junction. I'm Nivedita Tiwari. We are bringing to you a conversation on the Union Budget 2021 from Pune. I'm sitting in the office of Mr. Satish Mehta, the CEO of MCure Pharmaceuticals.
Thank you very much. Namaste. How are you
I'm
for the
good.
day?
Thank you
Good.
so
Thank
much.
you.
How do you look at the proposed outlay of the Union Budget when it comes to the
No, but let
healthcare
me
system?
tell you, let me give you my impression in the sense, this is a path-breaking budget because, I've been following the budgets, for last 50 years. And the first, path-breaking budget was in 1991, which was presented by Dr. Manmohan Singh, who was the finance minister then. The second, dream budget was presented by Mr. Chidambaram when he was part of the government, led by Deve Gowda. And this is the third budget, because this is giving a new direction to the economy. Here, for the first time, the emphasis is on privatization, the emphasis on infrastructure, the emphasis on healthcare, the emphasis on privatizing, LIC, or even for that matter, the government is talking about, very important thing that the government will be more involved in the sense, less government and more governance. Something, that the Prime Minister made a statement, a few years back. But this particular budget is specifically giving that direction that, well, government wants to get on with job, government wants to infuse a lot of money and create jobs, and also, would like to do the things in a way by which the private sector is empowered to invest more money in the growth of the country. So it's very encouraging trend, and I think things should really work out in the right direction going forward.
There's also an allocation of 64,000 crore for the Atmanirbhar Swasth Bharat Yojana.
It's absolutely 64,000 for Atmanirbhar Swasth Bharat, and apart from that, they are also giving 35,000 crores, for COVID vaccine,
Yes.
which is a big thing. And incidentally, as far as my company is concerned, my subsidiary Genova is involved, in the mRNA vaccine, and that's a public domain, and we should be coming with the vaccine in very near future. So we are very excited about it because, the Prime Minister made a statement, health is wealth, and it's the step in the right direction because, once we master, COVID, or at least bring it under control, in that case, the fear, psychosis, which has gripped the people, they will get out of that and things, will return to normal very, very quickly. So COVID vaccine, absolutely the right thing. Apart from that, with the 64,000, that you are talking about, the additional allocation which has been done, it is also done for sanitation. So that's another thing, drinking water.
Yes.
Plus, in addition to that, hospitals in the secondary and tertiary centers. Yes. All the labs, that you have in the public domains, they are also going to be integrated. The other good thing that is happening, that as far as NIV is concerned, National Institute of Virology, which is involved in development of Covaxin, which is marketed by Bharat Biotech. And government is now developing 4 NIV institutes all over the country. That's a very, very big thing. Apart from that, the government is also developing number of Bio 3 labs, which is also very much required if you want to make the movement in, say, vaccines and biosimilars, going forward. The third very important thing, from the pharma point of view, is what's really happening. There are 9 cities that the government is going to identify, and these 9 cities, are going to be the hub, for carrying out the research and development activities. India is emerging as pharmacy of the world.
Yes.
So to that extent, what happened with the IT industry way back in 1990, something similar is expected, from the pharmaceutical industry, and government is extremely mindful. And I have been associated with MCure for last 40 years. I have not seen such proactive approach as far as the pharma industry is concerned in last couple of years. Things are getting sorted out very quickly. There are a lot of incentives which are being offered, and the government obviously means business. The another big initiative which has been taken by Modi government in terms of having almost 10 million toilets. So once that happens, ma'am, that is also going to help as far as the healthcare is concerned. So healthcare, 1.5% was the allocation so far, which was abysmally low. But now the way the things are happening with the type of the emphasis that government is giving, I am very bullish about the way forward.
I think you've covered pretty well the holistic manner in which this government looks at health. India is one of the biggest pharma hubs of the world. The pharma industry is at the core of India's Atmanirbhar Bharat drive. What sort of responsibility does that entail as an industry insider?
See, the global pharma industry is worth something like $1.2 trillion. So what really happens, in terms of what I would say the value, we are probably 10th, but in terms of volume, we are number 4 in the world. So to that extent, what really happens, as we go along, so we should be, extremely mindful of the quality of products, that we are giving. There should not be any compromise as far as the quality is concerned. That's the fundamental thing, which is required to be taken care by the Indian manufacturer. Whether you supply to the regulated market or you supply to the emerging market, or for that matter, you supply to the domestic Indian market. So quality is going to play a very important role. The second area where we got to get involved is in the field of R&D. Because today, what is really happening, we are excelling in applied chemistry or applied bio, in the sense no innovation is taking place in the country. Now, in Atmanirbhar Bharat, that Prime Minister is talking about and to which I also fully subscribe, I mean, in a country like India, there has to be some innovation as well. And the government is also going to fund some money, for R&D, and the industry also got to get together. So to that extent, suppose if we come out with some products, for the first time in the country, that will be a great achievement, innovation. The third thing, look, as far as talent is concerned, it is available in plenty, abundance. Look at the way, we have managed COVID. Within a year's time, 2 homemade vaccines, have already hit the market. And even for that matter, look, a company like Pfizer and Moderna, which has come out with a vaccine, with efficacy 95% plus, mRNA vaccine, the most talked of vaccine in the world. I mean, my company will be coming with that vaccine in next, few months. So given the environment and given the, what I would say, ability of our scientists and the industry, we should play a much bigger role in the pharma industry going forward. In the true sense of the word, we should emerge as, pharmacy of the world. And for doing that, government is taking a number of steps. Say, for example, we are depending for our API on China. There are lots of things, which are being imported. To that extent, now the government is giving you a lot of incentive to set up the facilities in the country so that the dependence reduces. There is quick clearances of all the applications, that we make. There is a lot of rationalization that is taking place by which, things are being put on the fast track. So I personally feel that going forward, it's only a matter of time before we increase our market share in the global market. Then we also come out with innovation, because having traveled all over the world, run-of-the-mill formulations, everything makes, every country makes. So in what way, we are in a position to give differentiated products. In what way, we'll be coming out with newer and newer vaccines, which are so badly required, at the global level. In what way, we come out with products, which are orphan drugs, which are very badly required, or something, which is required for oncology and so forth and so on. So all these things, will happen since the conducive environment is now being created, and there is so much of support, which is being given by Government of India. And the other thing that is going to happen, where the industry should also know, since the government is pumping a lot of money for kick-starting the economy, and also giving, 65,000 crores by the way of additional allocation for healthcare, and 35,000 over and above that for vaccines. So that will also spur the demand as far as the domestic market is concerned, in the sense, the industry, pandemic, that's an outlier, let us keep it aside. But otherwise, the industry has been growing for last so many years, with 12, 13, 14%, that's the growth. With these initiatives, we can have a better growth because there will be more money, the purchasing power will go up. So to that extent, the industry should do well, which will also help the industry to pump money in R&D and innovation, which will also help us to get to our aspiration of becoming, in the true sense of the term, pharmacy of the world. And that's what is going to happen. And there, my company will also play a very important role. The way we talked about mRNA, the way we talked about, vaccines and other products, which we have brought or will be bringing going forward. For any nation to progress, healthcare is very, very important. And as I mentioned in the initial period, the Prime Minister made a very interesting statement, health is wealth. And so to that extent, for the first time, I felt that the government seriously means business by giving so much of money, for healthcare. So I think this is a step in the right direction. And I think going forward, this industry will not let down the government.
Mr. Mehta, thank you so much for your time. Keep watching New India Junction. Namaste.